everyone, and welcome back to the workshop for another unboxing video. And today we're going a little backwards. Today we have the Spider-Man homemade suit from Far From Home. And people are probably going ahead and using this for their Mysterio, which you can see on the top cover, kind of outlined. But not me. I bought this particular figure for my Iron Scavenger. I think he'll look awesome next to him as they fought in Spider-Man Homecoming. I missed out on the Homecoming homemade suit, so I'm super glad that they decided to go ahead and make one for this movie. As I pointed out before, Mysterio on the cover, on the front, and you can see that they added a little smoke effect and a little shine to that front window, as if it's a reflection of Spider-Man, which is really neat. Spider-Man homemade suit on the side. On both sides, I believe. Yarp. And the credits on the back, the warnings. This is a slipcover. So you get artwork of Spider-Man on the front, which wraps around the Spider logo. There's the credits on the back. And this just runs open. As you can see, Spider-Man on the inside, and Mysterio, which was a pretty neat feature. So, without further ado, I say we open this guy up the rest of the way and see what he comes with. And here he is outside of the box, all plastic removed. And first impressions are pretty darn good. I like the way it was tailored. I like the way it looks. I like the way how accurate it is. I really do like the way that, as others have stated, how posable this Spider-Man actually is, and that you don't have to worry about wrecking the suit or leaving the suit in too long of a pose without a wrinkling or staying in a certain way, which is really cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with a suit that won't mess up on you, because I did have that issue myself with my other Spider-Man. But we got this one, so it'll make up for that, and he'll go great with the Vulture figure I have. And because this one is Far From Home, as you can see, he does come with the drone, which we will take a closer look at in a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at what else he came with. And he has the typical 4 sets of hands. He's wearing the closed fists right now. Here are the web fists, and the classic Spider-Man hands. The thwip hands. Should we call them the thwip hands? Web hands. And again, Hot Toys always does a really great job with hands, with gloved hands. The detail work is just awesome most of the time. I've yet to see a pair of hands that have been horrible, but yeah, these look really good. Open hand catching hands, or wall crawling hands. You could call them that too. The crawling hands. You could put them together. Sinister hands. Whoa. And of course he comes with a variety of webs to swing around with, display with. I'm not sure how I'll display the Spider-Man just yet while he's with a Vulture, but he'll definitely be near Vulture. I always do a really good job with these webs. I've only got one other Spider-Man, so again, it's pretty much the same thing with all the other ones. Like I reviewed Gwen, Spider-Gwen, and yeah, pretty much the same ones. Which is nothing wrong with that. It's really cool. Then of course the cone web to shoot out, which is always cool looking. Then if you wanted to, you could add effects to the base, which is pretty cool, which is the glitching look from the movie. There's another piece. You get several pieces with it. 1, 2. You get 5 pieces. And these will bend down. Take that out of my hand. Bend down towards the back. And you will put them on. There's a little plastic board that comes with it, and you'll attach it to one of the ends, like so. And again, this is all in the instruction manual, so you'll just follow the instructions and you're good to go. And then the base will go on top of that. They line up. They should line up right with the screws on the base. Seems a bit tricky, but it's tricky doing it the way I'm doing it right now, that's for sure. But something like that. Which is cool. I probably won't even be using them, to be honest with you. If I do, it'll be with a Mysterio figure, not my Spider-Man figure. But the base is really neat. It has the spider in a gloss. And then some of the digital. And then it looks like some travel stamps in the corners. That one's actually got Spider-Man in the middle of it. But again, like Mysterio, they got the printed, almost like what they do with the metal nameplates. They got it printed here on the front, which I really like. They should do this with everybody because it's not so boring of a nameplate. So yeah, that's super cool. Again, the effects attached to the bottom, they line up with the screw holes here. You should be able to punch them right in, as the instructions say. Now the coolest thing he comes with is the drone, I think. It's got all the guns on there. It's got all the weaponry. It's got some weathering and some battle damage on it, which is really awesome and really well done. The paint application on this guy is really good. They did a fine job doing this, even in the details underneath. Look at all the fans and the thrusters. Really, really well done by Hot Toys here. It looks awesome. And then you can slip this on the dynamic base. And it comes with this particular holder. Goes right on the dynamic stand. And that will slide in. Let's see if I remember. Right underneath that bar. And clip in. Underneath that silver bar. That's where it'll go. And then you can slide it on to the dynamic base post. Mine's already off. So yeah, and then tighten that to keep it in place. Pretty awesome drone. Looks great. Definitely worth the pickup for sure, just on this guy alone. But yeah, really neat. Really good job. So let's pick this guy up. Check out his articulation. And here he is in hand. One thing in the accessory kit one thing in the accessories I did not show were the eyes. He has 3 sets of eyes, unlike most of the other Spider-Man. I think there's like four or 6. These are held in by magnets. Well, that looks kind of creepy. But he does have, again, 3 sets of eyes, as long as I'm not dropping them. Squinted eyes. And then he'll have a bit of a wider eye. Which I think I'll use. I don't know, is that a wider eye or is it just like an angry eye? I can't really tell. I like those ones better than I like these ones, though. These are the ones that were on beforehand. Like a normal. I don't know, I like these ones better. I'm going to keep them on there. But yeah, he has full range of motion in his head and neck. Turning. Full 90 there. Again, just be careful with any figure. How high his arm goes up there. You don't want to stretch or ruin the clothing. And he's got really big web shooters on this guy. Like, definitely not as technical as the other suit, the Tony Stark suit, which is really cool. Awesome attention to detail. You can see there's weathering on here as well, which is a really nice touch. This is all cloth, so again, you can get them in almost any pose you want. Any pose imaginable for a Spider-Man. Full 90 there. Double jointed elbow. Bends all the way to the chest. Tuck it in. It's really cool. Plenty of motion here in the waist. It almost feels like he doesn't move. Yeah, there's some movement there, but not as much as not as much as some other figures. Looks like I broke his leg. Yeah, there. Full knee bend. Knee goes all the way back. Double jointed. No ratchets. Obviously. The foot articulation there is what you want in a Spider-Man figure. It's really cool. The socks even move with the turn of the foot, which is awesome. Because then it's like he's really wearing it. But yeah, overall, really good figure. He's definitely going to have a higher score than most, than a lot of others on the channel. So, really cool figure. Let's get this guy in a pose, and we'll give him a score. And just as a side note, if you do have an extra neck lying around, you will be able to use your Tom Holland's head sculpt, or a Tom Holland head sculpt on here. I happen to have an extra neck. This is just one off a basic generic figure, because I do make figures. But I had this one on, and yeah. I was able to get the Tom Holland head sculpt on from my Homecoming Spider-Man. And I was able to get it on there. It was really nice, really cool. And here's just a quick generic pose, or here's a quick defensive pose, I guess. He is balancing on his own pretty well, which is really awesome. Really cool. I really like this Spider-Man. I really like this actual figure, because you can pose him in just about anything, which is awesome. I mean, again, there he is standing on his own, balanced. I mean, maybe if a strong wind came by, or bouncing kids perhaps came by, and but yeah. Oh, yep. See, there he goes. And then one of my all-time favorite poses to do with Spidey is to hang him upside down, just because he can. Yeah, awesome figure. Definitely worth picking up if you haven't gotten one already. Highly recommend this figure. He's just awesome. Yeah, if I gotta rate this figure, it's gonna be high. He's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna give him probably. Ooh, it's definitely a 9. A 9.4. No, I think I'm gonna go 9.6 on this figure. This guy's really that cool. 9.6 on this figure. Really awesome. And it's that drone's definitely worth it too. So if you have not picked up this guy, I'd recommend picking him up. But that'll do it for me. Yeah. Be safe, be healthy. Say hasta luego to Spider-Man, and I'll catch you on the next one.